Hello everyone, it's Sean from Sean's Model Builds, and I'm here to open up another box. But before I do that, I should probably take the model paint boxes that are under here and put them over there, and then take the living room ones out. So give me one moment. Alright, I'm back again. So it's time to open it and then get the individual things. Well, it appears I didn't even put the lid on. I hope the lid didn't get lost. This is a, oh dear, in fact, this is originally a TOS Enterprise. So let's get the other stuff out of the way and then just put the paint in one piece at a time. And of course, you have the shelf with the Tamiya paint already on it, moved intact, which is helpful, by the way. That way nothing gets wrecked. And look, I have a custom mix. 1701 reflip paint for Wrath of Khan, which is slightly different than the motion picture color because it's almost pure white. So this shelf is going to have to go on top, of course. Alright. And that will get a box or two out of the way so that I can actually get where I need to go. Here's a big one. This is a bin from, it has some folk art. It has some Martha Stewart pearl paints in it. It has a little bit of Mission Models paint, which is probably the teal or aqua. It has iridescent colors, so, you know, if you ever run out of the first group, you have the second group, so that works well. That's right. There, that's better. Gives you an angle as I put everything away. Now, turn it around so you can see the paint from the bottom. There you go. Oh, and of course, after 6.5 years, or is it just 6 years? The Titanic mix. White Star Buff. Mixed by hand. Mixed by eye. I tried the formula, but it came out a bit too brown. Mine's a bit more orange. And the second one is here. So this has all the Craft Smart paint in it, with a little bit of Apple Barrel, and it has a bit of deco art as well. So random paints again, including these shimmering metallics. So if folk art ever goes out of business, because it's only made by Walmart right now, you can have the equivalents from Craft Smart and deco art to fill the void. Wow, you have 24 minutes worth of room. The video won't be that long. There's the bins right now. A few loose ones came into the mix without actually falling out. Now that's progress. Don't have anywhere to put them at this moment, so I will put them up here. Yeah, that won't work. Okay, good. Try to find a lid for this and reinforce it from the inside, but that bag is held for 7 years, so that's pretty good. Alright, here we go. So all that cardboard that I was wondering, oh, where did it all go? You know, to make YouTube channel cards and everything? Nope, here it is. All from the dresser drawer. Of course, I won't be putting it in there. This is thicker cardboard. I don't know how good it is to cut it up, but I have it, so you never know. It might come in handy eventually. And of course, these are almost the perfect width for YouTube channel cards, as you can see here. Oh, English side. Of course, you want to see the card that actually shows Sean's model builds. There you go. Since I'm going to an English convention, have the English side out in this case. Okay, what is this? Oh, yes. My model building portfolio. You can see an example of some of the models here. Yeah, put it on top of the page. For now, if you ever need to add more pictures, there they are. Oh yes, other paints in here. Okay, here's the rest of my cardboard. All right. Oh, you're getting into the glue and everything. I see. Okay. Well, I'm amazed they were able to move it without something going wrong. That's quite good, though. Which one is this one? Golden Iridescent? No, Tri-Art. Series 7 Interference Turquoise. Okay, so this is the gold German TimberTech paints. You know, the one I bought from during deployment. You can see it there. They'll go on the shelf as well. And of course the medicine cabinet with the tester's paint. Don't use that often. Well, it's more like a adapted first aid kit actually. And then the other paint right there. Okay, good. Tri-Art Series 7 Interference Orange. And then a random box filled with more deco art and Craftsmart, which will go right back onto the shelf. There you go. That's a better view of what I'm up to. Now, this was the one that the Magnum PI car was shipped me in. Ah, there's the label. You want to see it right there. Good. And then this box will go here. Good. And then once you find the other folk art, you can put it right in there. Haven't found it yet. And of course, the best way to compress the boxes, 2 small boxes fit inside each other. And then a box like this will fit into a box that is that size, but into the model building boxes. So you can compress a lot of boxes together. A box that's like this would be fit in a smaller box like that, so it's not crushed. A box whose side is split would be broken down, of course. And the extra random model supplies can be put up on this shelf for the time being until I figure out a better place for them, because this white shelf with the railing on it has technically been reserved for toy action figures in the past, but once I get to the toy room, I'll do that. Elmer's clear glue, which works very well for resin parts, even though it's not designed for them, but I keep all the other glue like Gorilla Glue and everything. And the Tester's model cement. White school glue and the Tri-Art glue, small paint, which should fit right there. And the Tamiya thinner, which works very well for getting paint off of decals without disrupting the decal itself. Good. So that is the quasi-model supply shelf Eventually the Batman cave will go somewhere else, as will all these toys when I get around to it. So now we're going to see what's in that box, and it'll be a lot easier to get to the model desk without it in the way. Alright, that should give you a good angle as I open up the box, and then we'll see what's in here. So let's see, you have a couple guides, the Star Destroyer guide, the Montreal Model Train Expo. Well, that was left over from 2022, don't need that one anymore. Oh, 2025, there you go. That's from 24 when they were advertising it. And if I'm right, this is the Rogue One poster. There's a couple of them. So you have Rogue One. There you are. And then you have the original Star Wars poster. Okay, so now we're getting into all the tape and model supplies, so I'm going to have to arrange everything a bit so I can actually put the tape and model supplies away. But first, you want to put the action figures away properly. So let's see if they can stand up like that without falling over. Because if they can do that, then you've got somewhere. If they cannot, then you see, that wants to fall over. However, if you wedge it like this, there. And then you just lean the Hot Wheels like so. Come on, stay upright. Well, you can do that. That does work to some degree. And you've got Batman and Robin in front. Come on. Come on. There. And you've got Agent Ventress. She's a new figure. Didn't have her before. You have a couple of loose Hot Wheels. This is from the 1980s era, or the late 80s, early 90s. You can tell by the white wall wheels. And then once I find my Game Boy Advance SP, you've got a Harry Potter cartridge for it. So that should pretty well clear out this shelf here for model supplies, or at least underneath. So let's see if I can put... Good. The beak doesn't interfere. All right. There we go. Aha. All right. Now we open. Here are the stickers, good for custom license plates, because the license plate is almost as same size as that sticker. You just have to trim it a bit. And if you need something a bit bigger, you trim it from here. You trace the license plate sticker onto there, and then you cut it to fit. There, now the stickers are pointing up. All right. Well, there's quite a lot in here. Frog tape, model tape, extra bits of cardboard and everything. I don't know how much I can actually put in place without disrupting it. Well, it would help if I brought the Starship out to the model display shelf, wouldn't it? Alright, I'm back. So, with the model Starship out of the way, should be able to put stuff in without interference. Good. I have all my rulers. We're going to need those. This was what the 32 scale Herbie was supposed to go into. The box it's perfectly designed for him, but that'll have to be saved for another time now. Next move, perhaps. We'll see how long it is for that one. This is a StarCraft Excelsior class refit kit, which should... Oh, of course, you already built it, model number 33. You haven't found it yet, but as you can see from the instructions, I've completed it. There, alright. Alright, what else we have here? Tape. Tape is good. You never know when you need tape for gift wrapping or some other useful purpose. So there's model tape, there's regular gift tape, an empty pencil case, but it may be good for keeping the money in from toy convention. Maybe even better than the other one, actually. See, being a hacker and keeping track of everything really comes in handy, because eventually you find you need it, and you can use it again for whatever might come up. Oh, there's something wrapped in here. Let's see what it is. I bet I know what it is. I bet... Oh, well, alright, I was wrong. Spare toothpicks. They're good for substitute pegs if one breaks off during the model kit. Here's some clamps and their tabs, so that's helpful as well. Tape. You can put those in there. Put these clamps in here. They should, there we go. Good, good, good. Lots of gift wrap tape. You won't ever have to worry about running out of that. That's for sure. Pipettes when you measure paint and everything. You know, when you're mixing it up by hand. These are caps for the top of a model kit shelf. Well, assuming they fit, of course. They don't quite at that moment. But these rulers can go in here. There. Alright. Now, it feels like there's something in here. Let's see if there is. Oh, that's not much. I know what that is. That's the old Deep River cable box return thingy. You don't need that anymore, so I'll put that back up in the front closet. Be right back. Alright, I'm back again. Let's see what else we've got here. Oh, couple more rulers. In you go. There. Bit more tape. This is eventually becomes the entire model supply section. It's the best use I can think of for it. Little paint brushes. Now this feels heavier. Let's see what this is. Ah, I get it. The clamps. See? For painting small parts. Model cement will go on the model workbench. Clamps can go there. There you go. Ah! Remember when I wondered where the resin kit was for the Enterprise B? Well, I found it. Now, the only thing is this came loose, but you just... There. See? Perfect. Perfect. And then you just use a little saliva and that... See? There you go. Pretty good. Remember, I painted those by hand. You've got the stand. And let's bring it out to the living room. Every model that's on able to be displayed will be. Kind of like that. There. So there's a good view of the updated Starship model display room shelf. Eventually those books will come out of there and I'll put them on the bottom shelf and be able to display all the models on the credenza, which is probably what it's designed for anyway. And some more on here. I guess this video is going to reach capacity after all, as far as what I get unpacked. Can't complain too much about that. That's what we're here for, to show the slow unpacking of the 2025 model room. Because eventually you want to have everything unpacked, and then I can proceed with model building without interference or interruption. There is the black star field that I use for starships. You can see the yellow, the red, the blue, and the white. Kind of like the original series, and I guess that's a distant nebula or something. There's my model display badge from the model train show, so that always gets looped around the chair. Wasn't lost, that's a good sign. See, here's the glass. It was a gardening dish, but it's basically for brushes and everything. That's good to know. That's still there. Probably has plants and everything in it. A few random Hardy Boys books. I'll have to add to one of the book boxes in the other room. Feels like there's something in here, but I can't be sure. Oh, there is. Something Lego figures. Well, at least you didn't lose anything. See? Lego figures. They'll be put together later. And then you just have the one box left. Now it is filled. It's using Voyager as a cover. It has a model display case and a couple random model pieces, so basically it just goes on a shelf for now. So that's the update on model 2025 supplies and display, as you saw. As you can see, I now have more access to get to the table. Eventually I unpack all these boxes, put them inside each other, and then I can make my way starting towards the toy shelves from here over. And eventually you get everything unpacked, you get rid of the bad boxes, you keep the good boxes inside each other, and you have the room somewhat organized. So maybe I'll have a shelf down the middle of the room that I can get around to get into the closet. Because eventually I have some spare dress uniform components I have to find. So that's all for now for Sean's model builds, and we'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.